everyone, my name is Tammy Sheffield and I am an English teacher. A little bit about me before we get into some of the other areas of this video. Like I said, I am an English teacher. I teach American literature. That is a 11th grade junior level course at our high school. A little bit about me, I have been teaching this is going on my 8th year now. I taught 4 years in traditional brick and mortar schools, and I am now starting my 4th year as an online public high school teacher here in Kansas. And I gotta say, love the job, cannot imagine doing anything else now. When I'm not teaching or attending college, I am married to my husband Shane. We've been married for almost 32 years now, and we have 4 children and 7 grandchildren, and just about a month ago we were blessed with our first great grandchild. Pretty exciting stuff, and of course this is my family, my pride and joy, and if I'm not teaching or going to school, I try to spend as much time with them. Right now, as you can see, my classroom's kind of chaotic. Usually it has the nautical scene behind it, but we are in the middle of a move, so it's kind of messy and everything's being packed. But normally I work at home every day. I work from home. My students log into a Blackboard collaborative classroom with me, and I hold my lessons there. And then I hold small groups with my students and one-on-one instructional time and things like that. Yeah, that's pretty much my world, really. I work, school, and family. As far as the administration at my school, I think they do a pretty good job of staying knowledgeable about law. They do dedicate a lot of time to staying in communication with state lawmakers, the Kansas Department of Education, and our local school board. Under Kansas law, the virtual schools have to be affiliated with a local school district, so we work very closely with the local board to make sure we are in compliance with what is required of them. And as far as passing that knowledge on to our staff, they're really good about that. We have yearly training. It happens online. We have a built-in training system that has courses that we can go into, and we train on those. And we also have in-person professional development. Twice a year we meet, and there's always coverage and training on school law, mostly the ones listed here. And then we also have, in our virtual staff meetings, we also have additional training, and they always pass on any new information or any changes that we need to be aware of. And most, the stuff I'm most familiar with and the stuff that really gets covered a lot in our training, of course, are the IEP and 504 plan accommodations, and making sure that we are adhering to the letter of the law on those. Our special ed department spends a lot of time, almost every single one of our staff meetings, making sure that we understand exactly what we're supposed to do as teachers, especially in the virtual world, to accommodate any students with an IEP or 504 plan. Another thing that's really stressed in the virtual world, especially, is FERPA, the Federal Education Rights and Privacy Act. It's a whole different monster in the virtual world. You've got to be very careful having kids on cameras, because you can see things that you really probably don't want to see. And you've got to be really careful, because everything's done over the internet, and we all know how reliable social media is and how secure it is. So it wouldn't take anything to have something go out that shouldn't be. A couple of things we do to kind of protect ourselves. We do include this message right here. This document may contain personal information from a student's educational records. That's included on our emails. And then in our live sessions, they're all recorded. So that recording link, even though students are the only ones that are supposed to access it, it could obviously go out to people that aren't supposed to watch it. So we do have the warning that it is being recorded, and we spend a lot of time making sure kids are aware that, don't post personal stuff. So there's a lot of stuff, a lot of training on that, mandated reporter training. safety in our face-to-face events when we're in physical locations with students. And then, like I said, they update us on the changes a lot. My own knowledge of school law, I'm definitely not a lawyer. Would never claim to be, don't know that much. I know basically enough to function in the school system and not end up getting sued. One area I'm not really clear on and doesn't really seem to get covered very much is the laws that protect teachers. So part of my plan would be to actually do a little bit more research into that maybe, and finding out, especially in a non-union state, Kansas, you can join the union, but you can't, you don't really have union protection here. So maybe some more research on what laws protect teachers, and of course keeping up with my professional development and following those best practices. All right, thank you, everybody. I look forward to seeing your intro videos and getting to know everybody in class this year. Have a good one. Y'all take care.